Hey there you guys, welcome back. Another edition of Plants and Things. Hi, how are you? Anyway, today, two things. We're going to be planting some bulbs and going to be looking at these. I will show you a few still pictures. You probably can't see very much in there. Maybe you can. Not sure what the camera's picking up. But anyway, this is a first time experiment. Maybe last year in the fall, I harvested some seeds from Hostas and I wanted to plant them. But for some reason I didn't get around to it. I don't know why. So anyway, this year I went around and some of the seed pods, as they went brown and started to open up, I grabbed all kinds of seeds and I just threw them all in here. And I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 20, 25 seeds are starting to grow so far. And this is a mix of things like tiny tears, so a really small variety, right up to an Empress Woo. I got some Empress Woo seeds. I don't know if they're sprouting. Don't really know. There's some variegated varieties, some green varieties, some big varieties, some small varieties. I just threw them all in here, and there's going to be a big melting pot of hostas. So as these grow, expect more updates in the coming months. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all, because as you know, I have a very small space, and some hostas get big. If they're all Empress Woos, I gotta move. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, stay tuned for some more updates. Maybe next year I'll do a hosta seed planting video. Maybe I'll do a vlog about it, or a blog about it. As you know, I have a blog. I don't enter it very often, or make entries very often, because I'm not really a writer. If you've seen me type, if I'm responding to you in comments or whatever, on Facebook or whatever, I miss words, I misspell stuff, I am really bad. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I don't do my blog entries very often. But I do enjoy doing them from time to time. Sometimes I'm sitting in front of the TV, wow, I am rambling, and I'm sure you don't want to hear about that. So anyway, set those to the side. We are going to grow these. We've got some oxalis. What is this one? Oxalis adenophila? I don't know. Whatever. It's pretty. It's pink. It's got a blue-gray foliage. Really nice. I've grown this in the past at a previous home, and it did okay. Stayed quite small. I'm in a better zone here, so it will probably do even better. Last year I went and I planted it in the spring. I bought the bulbs in the fall and I planted them in the spring, but they didn't do anything, I think because they dried up. So it says you can plant them in spring or fall. I'm going to plant them now and grow them inside and see how it goes. Hopefully they won't dehydrate that way. That's my method to my madness. And then we've got the Aurum italicum. This is a nice variety of Aurum lily. It's sort of in the same family as maybe a Jack in the Pulpit sort of thing. Maybe I won't go as far as saying Jack in the Pulpit. Ooh, I can't think of it. Any of the... You know what? I'm not even going to play that game. The Aurum lily. The flower spikes, or the seed pods, look very similar to Jack in the Pulpit. The leaves are variegated. They've got a beautiful white margin on the leaves. Really cool. Again, same thing. I bought the bulbs in the fall, and I planted them in the spring, and by the time I planted them... Well, actually, no. I take that back. I planted some in the fall. They never came up. Bought some bulbs in the spring. They were kind of squishy, and I'm like, these aren't going to grow. And lo and behold, they didn't grow. So these tubers, bulbs, whatever you want to call them, are nice and firm. So we're going to plant them now. We're going to, if they grow, we're going to plant them outside in the spring and reap the rewards of that. So anyway, come on in. Let's plant these up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, because I haven't had much luck. Hopefully they grow. Anyway, come on in. Okay, so here we go. We've got the arm over here and the oxalis over here. I think they plant them. Let me see the instructions here. This one is 2 inches deep, and this one is also 2 inches deep. So I've filled up the pots so that they're about 2.5 inches from the soil, from the surface of the pot. So we're in good shape. So what I'm going to do here is open this up. These are kind of like a calla lily. Oh God, now I'm labeling things. It's not like a calla lily. Anyway, this is a very firm bulb. It's looking really, really good. We've got a growth tip right here. We got a growth tip right here, and they're starting here. This is where the roots were, right along here. So what we want to do is we want to plant this on its side like this in the pot. So I'm going to just lay it right there. The growth tips are pointing up, looking beautiful, absolutely stunning. This one is a little bit more confusing. This is where the leaves were. I don't know whether you're able to see that, but it's got a bunch of dead material. That's where the leaves were. So if we were to remove all of that dead material, we should come across an eye or where a growth point should be. So anyway, the roots are down at the bottom here, so we're going to make sure that the roots stay facing down. Again, planting it on its side. This is another one with the same situation. We've got the growth here because that's where the dead leaves are, or I shouldn't say leaves, it's the stalks of the leaves. And all the roots are down here at the base. So we're going to just go ahead and put it on its side, roots down. This one's a little bit nicer. This one you can very well see that this is a nice light green growth tip right there. Not really green, but you know what I mean. So again, we're going to plant it on its side. Make sure that this side is down. We got the roots here. Going to put that right in the center of the pot right there. Should be one more here. Woo! This one's really nice. This one's actually started to grow. Look at that one. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, it's the best one. And I broke it. No, I didn't. Might have bruised it, but there's the nice growth tip. We're going to just pop that in the soil there, just like that. And we're going to get my soil scoop. We're going to put about 2 inches worth of soil on there. Doesn't matter if there's a little less. Firm it down. In a second, we're going to moisturize it. We're going to give it some water. So I'm going to stick this right in the side of the pot right here. Now we've got the oxalis. These ones are interesting because, as you know, I grow some oxalis. I grow some purple varieties of oxalis. I grow the green variety of oxalis. Oxalis is also a weed, so every single bulb I find for oxalis looks really, really different. This one looks like a crazy bad hair day. It's like a flower that wants to try to open but never really does. This here is the root. As you can see, it's all tight up like that. That is the growth point. So we want to make sure that that faces up. So I'm just going to poke it right there in the... So actually I'm going to add a little bit more soil to this. These I don't believe should be 2 inches below. So I'm just going to nestle them down there. I'm going to make them about 1 inch below the soil surface. Again, here we've got the flower. It looks like it's going to open here. Hopefully that catches on camera. It should. Let me try to get a little closer. All the hairs are pointing into the same central zone. That's where you want to point upwards. Here is the same thing. We've got there is a good angle. All of them are coming up and then facing in. Same thing. Here's a huge one. That's a big one. So you know this is the root. They're kind of greasy. That's gross. So we're going to pop that down in there. Same thing here. We'll just stick that one right in the center. So what happened last year when I planted these, They just fell apart. There was no firmness. There was no weight to them. So I think that they just dried up over the winter before planting. It happens. So that's why I wanted to plant them now. So anyway, I'm going to water them in really, really well, and we will stay tuned and watch these grow. Fingers crossed that they do grow. So I'm going to give these a really, really good drink. These are in a dormant state. I'm going to water it really, really well. I don't want them to sit in soaking wet soil. So what I'll do is I will water them well now, and then I will wait until it's dry again before I water again. You don't really want to have the dormant bulbs sitting in soaking wet soil. You want them to be in a damp soil, a nice moistened soil, but if they're too wet and they're not actively growing, they're not pulling up that moisture and it causes them to rot. So just be aware of that. I'm watering this in really, really well because this was a really dry mix. If I was thinking ahead, and I'm never thinking ahead, I would have pre-moistened this soil, made sure that it was nice and damp rather than bone dry, and then we would have gone from there. But I don't do that. So, or I don't do that very often. I can't say that I don't do that. So here we go. We got them nice and moistened, and we're ready to go. So I will remember to put this label in front of the pot. I can hear the water dripping down into the pot below. That's perfect. These are in pot holders. There is a huge space at the bottom, so any excess moisture drips away. It's not sitting in moisture at all. So anyway, stay tuned. Let's watch these grow. You're going to love the foliage on this one and this one. This one, the foliage is quite stunning. So anyway, stay tuned and happy growing. I'd still really like to grow them. They have a coolest seed I've ever seen. They look really neat. They are a black seed, but they've got an orange tuft